What's the crack? I'm Mishti Max, and I'm here to share this lip art inspired by St. Patrick's Day. I used green and gold, the colours usually associated with the holiday, and added a bedazzled shamrock to the centre of my mouth. But instead of the usual Holy Trinity 3-leaved Irish version, I went for the luckier 4-leaf clover for a geometric extravaganza. First I primed my lips with MAC Prep and Prime Lip Base. Then to wet me whistle, I pulled out the Rimmel Scandalised pencil in nude and sketched out the shape of the clover. The light colour and creaminess of the pencil makes it easier to wipe off any lines you don't like with a cotton bud or your finger. I chose the 4-leaf clover or trifolium repens and not the original Irish shamrock, mainly for symmetry and so it fits on me mouth better. Next we have the Makeup Forever Flash Palette, and I'm mixing a cocktail of the green shade and a wee bit of the yellow cream to fill in the shape. First I chugged down the bulk of the colour and then I finalised the form now that I can see where things are fitting on me lips. Using a synthetic brush is best with cream products, and something with a thin edge will give you the sharpest outline. After I have all that applied, I need to set the cream base with an eyeshadow, and I chose Graffiti from the Urban Decay Deluxe palette. I patted that on carefully using a MAC 242 brush, which has a perfect shape to the head of the brush that matches the curved form of the leafy green foliage. The colour weren't exactly what I wanted for the Emerald Isle, so I pulled out another Urban Decay palette. From the electric palette, I picked out Freak on a small brush to mix into the centre of the leaflets for a brighter colour and shinier effect. Then for some definition, I have this deep emerald shade from the Sugarpill Cold Chemistry palette called Subterranean, and I'm using the edge of that same small synthetic brush from the previous step to darken up the perimeter and put in some wee little details. This will bring back structure to the design and add some shading for a slight 3D appearance. Just to get fancy and because of the name, I took Lucky Clover from the ABH Moonchild palette to apply to the centre of the quatrefoil leaflets using the same brush. I was after blending around the edges with Freak for a nice gradient to be sure. Next I have with me the Urban Decay pencil in Honey, and I lined the remaining edges and then filled in the corners of my lips with the gold base. In it is one of the new Sugarpill Pretty Poison lip colour shades in Glint, and I imbibed the outer corners with this gorgeous gold tone. 'Tis a deadly gold lipstick, so it is, but it didn't really match the colour scheme well. So I turned to the Lime Crime Metallic Liquid Lipstick in Xenon, and I overlaid the slightly more green toned antique gold over the top. Then to lock in the crock of gold safely, and mainly because I love to use this pigment, I patted on some Sugarpill Goldilocks with another flat synthetic brush. This also has more of the antique greenish golden tone that be more what I'm looking for. Now for the end of the rainbow fun stuff. I have this multi-chromatic green nail art glitter that I'm going to adhere with Too Faced glitter glue. I just dabbed on a small amount with the MAC 242 synthetic brush and then picked up the hexagonal reflective pieces and pressed them over the adhesive, mostly avoiding the dark green outline. I couldn't forget the outer edges, and for that I have this little pot of gold, and I'm using the Lit Clearly Liquid Glitter base to provide a sticky surface, and I'm coating it in the NYX glitter called Hot Gold. This glitter also has rainbow reflex throughout, bringing an even more festive sparkle to the look. Once I'm thoroughly ossified from the golden gleam, I indulged in a wee bit more glitter and have with me the Eye Candy Sprinkles in Marshmallow. I'm after using my finger to apply some liquid glitter base over the centre of the clover, and then I used another finger to get absolutely scattered with lashings of the green flashing brilliance. To make sure the chunky green luminescence isn't lost behind the fine glitter, I imbibed more of the thicker twinkle of emerald from before. I redefined the edges with some more Subterranean to darken up the perimeter, so as not to lose the shape. I also applied some deeper emerald to the inner rim of my mouth. The celebration of St. Patrick doesn't stop here. I have an abundance of rhinestones in all shapes and sizes for the festivities. Then to get the party started, I'm readying a layer of Pros-Aide adhesive over the central verdant area and letting it dry a little before picking up an assortment of gems and cramming them on my face. I'm using grass green, pale green and deeper emerald tones in square, elliptical, star, heart and circular shapes, including throwing some white holographic pink and green flashing Swarovski style crystals in the mix to bring some light into the treasure trove that I'm creating here. Just like the Lenten lifting of alcohol restrictions and people these days getting langers for the festivities, I'm letting loose with the sparkle and overindulging in all crystals I desire. I'm using the very handy Scrap Perfect Embelly Jelly stick to pick up the rhinestones and cluster them over the clover. It's just a simple stick with wax on the end, but it's an invaluable tool to make filling the crack quicker and easier. That's a fret, I'm finally done. I'm after finishing my design and it was grand crack altogether. So now I can go on the lash and have a bit of the black stuff. The legend says that if you find a 4-leaf clover, each leaf has a meaning. The first is for fate, the second is for hope, the third is for love, and the fourth is for luck. If you thought the video was quite deadly, then give it a thumbs up. But if you got a face on you like a well-slapped backside, stall the digger or feck off. Thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't dry shite and you had a grand bit of crack with this St. Patrick's Day themed lip art tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also check out my band and podcast on iTunes. And my PO box is in the description box.
Did you fuck something up and go, why? Mouse is in the house! Mouse is in the house! Mouse is in the house! Now, listen up, my wayward little fanboys. Have the most wonderful... Listen up, my wayward fanboys.